Is Fanatec's Full Force a game changer for Gran Turismo 7? Well, no. For most people out of the box, no, it won't be. Because there's a lot of complication here. It's not as simple as it first seems, but it can be a game changer. So by the end of this video, you're going to understand what Full Force is and how to get it working, because this is not an out-of-the-box thing. And I don't like it when things don't work out of the box. I think most people are just going to miss out on it. So let's roll back. What is Full Force? Full Force is Fanatec's equivalent or answer to Logitech's TrueForce. These are new APIs between your sim and your wheelbase that allow you to get more information from the sim to the wheelbase and deliver like low frequency, high frequency effects, kind of haptics. You can feel the engine RPM more, you can feel curbs better, you can feel when you transition off curbs onto like geoblock, onto white line, onto grass. You can feel on that. Does it make you faster? Not really, but it does make you more comfortable in your car. We actually used this wheelbase here in iRacing when they added Full Force a while ago. We went to Silverstone in real life and it was very, very, very good, this wheelbase, in replicating the sensations that you get in real life when you're driving at Silverstone. So this wheelbase is very good. Fanatec are adding Full Force only to the Club Sport DD Plus and the DD Extreme, which are actually the same wheelbase, which is this one here. It's not on any other wheelbase as far as I understand it yet. It will come to the next podium whenever that comes, I guess. But at the moment, this is the wheelbase you need. And this experience right here out of the box is not a game changer. Not compared to what this wheelbase can do in iRacing, which is fantastic, and not compared to what the Logitech G Pro and RS50 can do in Gran Turismo 7. So I know there is a better experience to be had than what you can get here, and that caused me to investigate what's going wrong or what can be improved, and I found a couple of things, and one of them is quite hacky. So first of all, on the wheelbase itself, this is a fantastic wheelbase. It's a very, very, very good wheelbase for Gran Turismo 7. It's very, very, very smooth. It's very refined. It's very balanced. It doesn't judder around. It doesn't jerk around. It's really smooth in its delivery, and that works super well with Gran Turismo, which is a sim that, let's face it, it's not simulating as much as you get on the PC sims. So you kind of like should be smoothly driving around in Gran Turismo 7. And this wheelbase just goes hand in hand with that. It's like a knife through butter. It's a very good wheelbase. You can tell Fanatec are proud about it. But at these settings here, I'm not getting much Full Force. When I run over these curbs on the exit, I'm not getting much. Okay, and I'm going to show you exactly what's going on here. And I'm going to show you how to fix it. So if I go into my settings, you can see sensitivities on auto, strength on 100, and Full Force on 100. Okay, and I'm just not getting a lot. It's very muted, it's very dampened compared to what you get out of the box with the Logitech G Pro if you turn it up to 100. I can't really run TrueForce on my G Pro at 100% because it's just too much. I have to turn it down. On my RS50 I run at 100%. Okay, now I've turned Full Force off, there's basically nothing now. Like, there's no road texture. I can't tell if I'm on the white line or the grass or not until I go properly over. And if we try and ride this curb on the inside, it's not sophisticated. It's not sophisticated enough to give me the vibrations that let me know what speed I'm going over the curb, how the car suspension is working. It's just way too dampened and muted for that. So we're going to turn this up again. Okay. Now there's one thing you can do on the fly to improve things that's quite weird, and I found this out because the process to update this wheelbase was quite painful and seemed risky. Like, Fanatec need to improve the way that wheelbases and stuff update, because it feels like you're really taking a leap into the unknown. But I'm going to cycle through here. I was on PS5 mode, but I'm going to cycle through to, and I've cycled too far because there's a bit of latency. I'm going to cycle to PS4 mode. Here we go. This one here is PS4 mode. Press the button. Press the button. Press the button. And now we're in PS4 mode. Okay. Now, the first thing you notice is that the Full Force is just stronger. The Full Force is stronger in PS4 mode. And that makes me think that maybe Gran Turismo for the PS5 mode that everyone should be using, I guess, with this wheelbase on PS5, they wanted to dampen it, they wanted to mute it. Kaz has been speaking recently about how he wants to make force feedback more distinct for every car, which to me sounds dangerous, sounds like Project Motor Racing. They did not do a good job of explaining it, and Gran Turismo do not do a good job of explaining things a lot of the time. For example, even to remap the buttons on this wheel is not an easy experience in Gran Turismo because you can't see the shape of this wheel, and that's just counterintuitive. They also don't explain what they do with the force feedback when they make changes, so the idea that they're going to do car-specific FFB more kind of worries me. But in any event, this PS4 setting, you get more full force. Like, I can feel the curbs, it's rattling my rig a little bit more, but it's still muted. Okay, it's still muted. So here's what you need to do if you want to get max level true force. Okay, so, and again, this should be explained in the game. You shouldn't have to be a PhD student or something. This should be explained somewhere with just a full force setting that just works. I haven't needed to do like this level of stuff with my Logitech, I'm pretty sure. But if we go to controllers here, go to vibration function, max out this vibration strength. So I think it defaults at 100. 100 is very weak also, it's very dampened. And then max it out to 150, okay? So we're going to show it 150. Also, it's counterintuitive because when you run this at 100, it's still dampened and muted, and you might not think there's more to go when you just look at 100, 100, 100. But actually it goes to 150, which is really weird. So now I've got more sensations. It's not as good as this wheelbase can do on iRacing. Whoa. And it's arguably now a little bit too crude. Like the PS4 mode does feel cruder, I want to make this clear, than the PS5 mode. It feels more rattly and more echoey. It feels less sophisticated. But I have like a gear jolt I can feel now when I change gear, so I can feel the transmission more. That's letting me know. Whoa. And if I ride this curb here, I'm getting a lot of sensation. And as I go curb, gravel, curb, grass, white line, tarmac, white line, I can feel it. Okay, so now this is on that PS4 mode. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn it onto the PS5 mode. So this is probably the most refined way to do this. Okay, so now we're on PS5 mode. And it's not as strong as PS4 mode, but it's much better than what you get. There we go, I can actually feel the tyre sliding there. It's much better than what you get at 100% controller vibration. So you want to move that, in my opinion, to 150 and then adjust with the full force here. I don't know why this is more muted than you can do in iRacing easily, and also what the Logitech bases do. I'm quite unique because I'm someone who drives in both full force and true force. But if you've been driving in full force or true force, let me know in the comments what you've experienced in Gran Turismo 7 recently, because maybe they're also changing the full force settings, true force settings. But as I ride this curb, that's nicer. I don't have as much engine feel. I don't have as much transmission feel. Interesting, that transmission feel is gone, really, between the PS4 mode and the PS5 mode, which is interesting. I know a lot of people love the gear jolt you get with THRUSTMASTER because it's in the settings. It's so easy to turn on. I thought that was going to be gimmicky, but I also actually quite like it. It's quite rhythmic when you're shifting down gears, I find, especially as games are being stricter now on downshift protection. Like even Gran Turismo has implemented some downshift protections. That rhythmic nature is going to be more important. But yeah, this is still muted. I would say even with these settings, and by the way, just to show you, even if I go here and I'll show you my controller settings, or sorry, my controller settings here. Even on 10 sensitivity. Now normally I run my ClubSport DD Plus at 2. This doesn't make a difference to the full force. Like the full force for me stays the same. But normally I run at 2 here because it just, for me, it's just a bit of a nicer, smoother experience rather than ramping it. But even here, it's not. I can't get the full force any better than this. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's better than what you get standard with the ClubSport DD Plus. The ClubSport DD Plus is already a good wheelbase, but for me, this is not as good as what this wheelbase can do in iRacing. and I don't think it's as good as what the Logitech bases do out of the box either. So let me know your thoughts on this. I'll put Amazon links to all these products down below if you want to get them. But I feel like we can do better here. Like, there can be more integration between Full Force, like in the menus, it can actually just work. There can be better sliders, bespoke sliders, like we're not going into controller vibration, that's just going to confuse people. So those are my thoughts on it. I would say not a game changer yet, on average, but has the potential to be, and hopefully they can realise it. I'll leave some more videos around here, and I'll see you in the next one.